Hi Janelle, welcome back. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. So today is going to be all about assessment. So I'm going to be best finding out how I could help you and learning more about you. The assessment is going to take about 45 minutes, roughly. I do have to let you know that I'm a mandated reporter, so everything you tell me is confidential. But if you're planning to hurt yourself or others, I do have to report that. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So during our assessment, I like to use a tool called an Ecomap, where I kind of map out and assess the different systems and supports and strengths in your life. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, yeah. So with this Ecomap, I kind of have a key where if I draw um, a line, it's strong. If I draw a dotted line, it's broken. A squiggly line, it's tenuous. And a line with X's, it's stressful. During the process, we could definitely change or adjust to make it best fit for you, if that's
Alright.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, in the middle, I'm going to start with you and your main microsystem. So who do you live with?
I live with my dad and my boyfriend, Will.
Okay. Dad and Will. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle around those. Okay. So how about we start with Will? So that's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So how is that?
It's pretty good. We both have communication towards each other, and we always have a good time, just laughing. A bunch of memories.
Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy living with him?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
At times it's a bit hard.
Yeah,
but
it could definitely be hard.
Yeah.
But also enjoyable.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Our schedules are a little bit off, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So, I know you mentioned just now the schedules being off, which I know could also maybe be something to work on, but overall, it seems like it's a pretty strong relationship. Would you consider it strong looking at the key, or maybe it would best fit under something else?
I would say strong. I think we have a strong relationship.
So you're okay if I just draw a line to that? Awesome. Okay. Next, we'll talk about your dad. How's that going?
It's a bit tricky, but I have a lot of issues with my dad, so it's not really a strong relationship by any means. There's just a lot that he has to work on, and a lot of stepping on toes, the parental strictness.
Relationships, they could definitely be stressful. Something a lot of people like to work on. Do you feel that this relationship is adding more stress to your life, or how do you feel about it?
I would say it's stressful. I think it's a mix between like stressful and tenuous.
Okay. Maybe we could do both of those lines together.
Yeah.
If that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a wiggly line. The one with the X's, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely, in my opinion, I think it's more of like my dad instead of me. Like I put like a lot of effort towards it, where he doesn't. He like has a lot of.
So is it okay if I draw an arrow going to your dad because you feel that you're putting energy into your relationship but maybe not getting much back?
Yeah.
Okay. And then with Will, do you think that both of you guys are giving and receiving energy?
I do.
Okay. So you are a student at SUNY Brockport. So is it okay if I add that to your map?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. SUNY Brockport. Okay. How's that going?
It's give and take. I mean, right now with classes, it's a bit stressful just because of like trying to figure out when to do assignments and when they're due and trying to fit like and manage time. But I do like it. It's just a lot.
What are you studying?
Social work.
Social work. So would you like me to put maybe social work specifically outside of SUNY Brockport? Because maybe there's different aspects of SUNY Brockport, like your peers and stuff like that. Okay. So I'll do social work classes. Okay. So how are those classes going?
They're pretty good. make me think a lot, and there's like a lot of assignments. It's just like figuring out the time to do them.
Yeah, time management.
Yeah, time management. Yeah. Not that great, but
it's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Is there any certain way or line that you feel would be best to
I would say
describe?
Stressful.
Stressful? Okay. So let's do the X's. Okay. Any other aspects of the college, like maybe any peers or classmates or organizations or anything?
Friends.
Okay, so we'll do friends right outside that. And how is that going?
It's going pretty good. Okay. I have a couple like friends from my class and stuff, and they're there when I have questions.
Yeah.
Maybe asked.
Meeting people in class is definitely great.
I've had a hard time meeting people outside of class, but that's just because I'm shy. But I also think for me, it's better to have a small number of friends than a big number of friends for my anxiety wise. But the friends are pretty good.
Yeah. Is there any specific friend that you want to add, or do you want to just keep it in general as a group of friends?
We'll just keep it in general.
Okay. So, is there any specific line you feel would best fit that? It seems like it's not a super strong relationship, but it's a relationship and it's there.
I would say pretty strong.
Okay. Strong. Are there any other aspects of school? Like, would you be interested in any organizations or maybe tutoring or anything like that to help you on campus?
No, I think those are good for right now.
Okay. Just draw one big circle. Okay. Maybe what about any hobbies or family? Is there something coming to mind that you'd want to talk about?
I have since like I live with my dad, I have my mom and sister. I sometimes like go back and forth from like them. So but maybe put my mom and sister in like a different, like 2 separate bubbles, if that makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with your mom, if that's okay. Okay. And how's that going with mom?
My mom's my best friend. We talk about a lot. Yeah. Right now it's a bit difficult because she's in Florida right now, but she gets back tomorrow, so it'll be kind of back to normal. But I talk to her basically about everything. She's always the first person I call.
Yeah.
With anything, even if it's stuff that I already know.
So it seems like she's a big support in your life.
Yeah, she is. She's definitely trust her the most out of everybody.
So you feel like you would go to her for a lot of things that you're dealing with?
Yeah.
So she's kind of like a strength in your life, or is a strength in your life?
Okay.
So do you feel that we could draw a line to represent strong relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then you were talking about your sister, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's her name?
Stephanie. You can just put Steph.
Steph. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, this map is getting funky. Okay. So how's your sister Steph?
We have a good relationship now. It was difficult because we're 5 years apart. She's younger than I am, so she's going through the typical 16-year-old mood swings.
Yeah.
So that's a bit difficult, but we didn't really have a relationship in the beginning. Well, we did, but we didn't. It was very like we didn't really get along. Every room that we were in, we always argued. But it's pretty good now. I mean, we talk a lot, text, FaceTime. So, and she comes to me when she needs to, which has never really happened, to be honest. So it feels nice to like know that she can come to me when she needs to.
Good to have family members that you're close with.
She mainly comes to me with things, but I don't really go to her. I kind of, even though I have like my sister and my mom and my family stuff, I kind of keep things close to the chest.
Okay.
But I do talk to my sister about certain things.
Okay. Do you think we could draw a strong line for that relationship?
Yeah, I put strong.
Okay. And then you said that you feel like she comes to you for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So would you maybe want to draw an arrow from you to her, or maybe both ways because you guys are close?
Let's do both ways.
Okay. And then backtracking a little bit to your mom, do you think that arrows going both way would be applicable?
Yeah, I would say both ways.
Okay.
She definitely comes to me about things when she needs to and she needs me to talk to.
Okay.
So.
And then going back to SUNY Brockport, your classes, do you feel like you're putting a lot more into them than you're getting out, or how do you feel about that?
I feel like I definitely, like, I mean, I have my waves of, like, putting my motivation and energy in the classes, but I feel like I definitely put a lot into them. Maybe not a lot comes to me, but there definitely is some, if that makes sense.
Okay, so maybe drawing an arrow from you to your classes because you're putting a lot into that.
I would agree.
Perfect. And then your campus friends, do you feel that you're putting as much into that as you're getting from it?
I do.
Okay, so we'll do 2 lines or 2 arrows to represent the energy both ways.
Alright.
Okay, do you have maybe any other family or friends from home, activities, organizations? What comes to mind?
I'd say volleyball.
Volleyball.
As a hobby, recreation.
Okay. Yeah, so how long have you done volleyball?
It's been a couple years since I've done it, maybe 3 years since I've done it, but I did it all throughout high school, 8th grade through senior year.
Were you on the team or was it like a club?
I was on the team.
Awesome.
Learned a lot of great skills, and I felt like it was a team, like it wasn't, nobody was singled out. It wasn't like, click here or there, click here and there. It was like everybody was there together, which was really nice. Volleyball, I was able to, like, it was something that I liked originally, so, like, it was something I wanted to try, tended to like it, got friends out of it.
Awesome. Any specific friends you want to talk about from volleyball?
I got, like, 1 or 2 that I'm still friends with.
Okay.
But everybody kind of has, like, moved their separate ways.
Do you feel that they're still impactful to you today to add on to your map? It's completely your choice.
No, it's okay.
No, okay.
But I get a lot out of volleyball. I mean, I get the relaxation, the challengingness of it.
Yeah.
My favorite parts were, like, playing against other teams because the challenging part, the ones that we, like, disliked playing, but they were the most fun to play against, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You said that it's been a few years since you did it. Is it something that you miss and would maybe want to get back into?
I've been thinking about doing it. I've been thinking about looking at the intramural here at Brockport.
Yeah, that would be great.
But it's whether I have enough time to time manage
it. Yeah, it's something that we could definitely work on here.
Yeah, but definitely would love to do it again. I just have to get back into, like, the physicality of it because I'm not really moving as much. But
so would you say maybe it's like a strong and broken kind of relationship?
I agree with that.
Would it be okay to add both of those arrows?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do strong and then broken. And then the energy with volleyball, do you feel like, I mean, you're not really actively playing right now, but in general, you felt like you were putting a lot into it and also getting a lot back from it, from what I'm getting from this?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Awesome.
I play in my off time, like, during, like, summer.
Yeah,
like, I have a volleyball net.
Casually for fun.
Yeah, it's not a great one, but it's okay.
Oh, that's fun.
But, yeah, one year we had, like, a big, like, volleyball tournament match. There was only, like, 3 against 3, but it was still a fun time.
Yeah, so you mentioned maybe joining volleyball or something with that on campus. Maybe would it be okay if I added that under SUNY Brockport, so maybe we could talk about it throughout our session, seeing if that would benefit your life?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put that in the SUNY Brockport area. And then I'll just keep it circled since there's no relationship currently with volleyball at SUNY Brockport, but we could always go back to it. And then looking back at SUNY Brockport, we have your friends, we have your classes, and then we have volleyball. Overall, with SUNY Brockport in general, how do you feel that relationship is? Just the college as a whole.
College as a whole, I would say it's strong and stressful at the same time.
Yeah.
I would mainly probably say it's more of a strong relationship because I do like talk with professors or talk. I don't really have like a relationship with the SAS center, but I still go there for like if I need to have a meeting. But it's definitely I would say a strong relationship instead of stressful.
Yeah, it seems like you're putting as much into it as you're getting out of it, and vice versa.
I agree.
Awesome. And then you mentioned the SAS services. Is that something that you'd like to also put under Brockport? Because I feel like that could come back up when we're meeting.
No, yeah, I agree.
Okay. Let's see if I can make more space. Perfect. Okay. And is there any specific line coming to mind for student accessibility services?
I would
maybe a weak relationship.
Yeah, I would say weak. Just because I don't go there a lot anymore, but I do know that like I could. I mean, I don't really put a lot of energy towards it because I have like a lot of classes and I'm only here 2 days a week. So like, and my schedule is packed full.
Yeah.
And I only get like an hour and a half to myself for like eating or like hanging out with a friend or just being by myself to do assignments. But I know that you can always make a Zoom to like get talking with somebody. It's just like the motivation. I'm lacking motivation right now.
Yeah, that's definitely something that we could.
I know that like I always get emails from SAS, so I know that like there's energy coming from them to me.
Okay. Okay, I'll represent that.
But perfect. I'm definitely working on
putting more energy into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be a great resource. Okay. Anything else coming to mind?
Oh, I would love to put Will's family.
Okay.
It's not extended.
Would you like me to just write Will's family?
Yeah, just write Will's family. I mean, they're all of like his immediate family. Yeah. I have relationships with all of them. They're all different, but
it's just a big piece of your life. It could be a good support for you.
He has like he's one of 5 kids.
Wow, yeah.
And they have like 3 dogs. They have 4 dogs. 4 dogs and 2 cats.
Aww.
And a bird.
My dad had a bird.
It's like a cockatoo or something like that. I don't know what kind of bird.
Does it talk?
Sometimes it sings.
That's fun.
But his family is a really good support system for me. I mean, I've only known them for like a year or so, but they kind of remind me of like my mom's side of the family, where they're like really comfortable. They're, goofy. I'm a goofy person, so it fits well.
The more the merrier.
Yep.
Seems very strong.
It is very strong.
And like you're both putting a lot of energy into each other, if I'm understanding correctly. Perfect. Okay.
We're also really close with his family. He doesn't always go out there because they live, from Holly, they live in like Onquit, so it's like it's like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, it can be tricky.
But it's a good relationship that all of us have. I mean, we're all pretty close, even knowing each other for a year. It doesn't feel like a year. It feels like 5 years. But it's a good relationship overall.
Maybe I could add a line from Will to his family also, just because I feel like Will's relationships will maybe also impact your relationship with your family.
I agree.
So it seems like Will also has a strong relationship.
Okay.
And you feel like the energy for Will is going both ways.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, anything else coming to mind? Any goals, any ideas that you'd like to work on in our sessions?
I'm trying to, with my relationship with my dad. My parents are separated, so like the relationship they have are broken right now. And I'm kind of like
So we'll do a broken relationship from your dad to your mom, since that's definitely seems to be affecting you.
But I try to communicate with both of them. Of like, you know, I feel like I'm stuck in the middle.
Yeah,
Like
that could be very hard.
The
Yeah.
messenger type, you know. So like, trying to deal with my dad, he's an alcoholic, so it's very hard. But
addiction.
But he sometimes doesn't, but it's a regular basis thing. So when we moved out 3 years ago, but I live with him now because my boyfriend lives there, and I know how my dad is, and I don't really want him to live alone with that. But I also know it's not a good situation for me to be in, because it's not good for my mental health.
Yes.
But
so speaking of that, would you like to put Hazen as a source?
Yeah.
Since we're you're here at Hazen.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't have really any relationship yet with it, but we could always add to that as we go on, and I feel like that could help support you in a lot of ways. Could be beneficial to you.
I'm definitely very trying to help with the relationship between dad and my boyfriend, dad and Will.
Okay.
It's like not there. There's like no relationship there. Wish there was.
Okay.
I'm more trying to like help it not be as chaotic.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So really no relationship, but you're wanting something? Maybe I can make a little note in between your dad and Will?
Yeah, it's just I wouldn't add anything. It's just very chaotic. Not like, what's the word? Not negative. It's just not there. My dad always like has something negative to say. I would say it's more negative towards Will, but
and the map will definitely represent this.
Okay. But my relationship with my dad, I've worked on it for 3 years. Worked on it like my entire life, and it's gotten a little bit better to the point where I stand up for myself, because like I used to be walked all over, so I've gotten to the point where I'm able to stand up for myself, which is very nice, because it's taken me a while to do that.
Yeah, and we could definitely talk more about that and some coping strategies, because it definitely could be tough to live with somebody who's dealing with addiction. That and how it just impacts your whole life overall. So we talked about volleyball in general, being interested in that. Is there anything else that you feel like you would like to try in general, or that you've been a part of, or any just specific people in your life? Any jobs?
Oh, I did want to have music as a recreation.
Perfect.
Music, whether that be singing, playing piano. I do have piano. I don't play it that much anymore, but trying to get back into that.
Okay, so I'll just singing, piano. Yeah, music could definitely be a good way to like just relax and de-stress.
Yeah, originally music therapy was going to be my major, but it didn't work out that way. But I'm kind of glad about it, because then I had to find a second hobby other than music. So but lately I've had a strong relationship with music. It's like a coping mechanism for me. I kind of like put my earbuds in. Probably not good that I put it on full blast, but
I was gonna say, singing and piano. Do you also want to add just like listening to music in general? Because that is a very big thing that could help. Okay. So your relationship just in general with music seems very strong.
Yeah, it's very strong. I also grew up as like an eclectic music listener. So
what's your favorite genre?
Well, I really like country, but I love like the older generation of music, like the Beatles, the Bee Gees.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who like the Beatles too.
But definitely a good relationship. When I was younger, my mom and I would always go on like drives, like long drives, just to listen to music, even if we had nowhere to go. But it's definitely fun. I love music. You can always, which I've realized doing, like analyzing music, like the lyrics, which is something that could like relate to your own life, relate to something else, which But when I do that, I have to like, especially like rap, I actually have to like listen to the words instead of singing along to it.
Yeah.
Because then the words just blur out.
Yeah, yeah. So it seems like in general, music is just a strength for you.
I agree.
Okay. So would you like me to maybe do specific lines for like specific areas, like one line for piano, one line for listening to music, or just do you think overall everything is just a strength for you?
I would say overall.
Okay. Should I do maybe arrows both ways? I know maybe it's hard for like music to get something out of you, but still I feel like the energy is flowing both ways.
Yeah, I would put energy flowing both ways.
Awesome.
I think I got into singing and music in general was because like in high school I did singing. I was in choir. And we always went to singing competitions, and I had a bunch of solos, which never would have had that happen to me.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
Then it also got me into musical in high school, so
I like how that all kind of goes together.
Yeah.
Okay. Any jobs?
Sunshine Campus.
Sunshine.
It's in Rush, and it's
yeah, tell me a little bit about that. What do you do there?
Well, it's like a Rotary campus. It's run by Rotary, but they host different camps there throughout the summer, even sometimes like throughout the year, or they do like in October they just did like a 5K with a beer festival.
Ooh.
So you could either go there and drink or go there and run a 5K. But during the summer I work a few different camps. They hold a diabetes camp.
Okay.
So I worked that one this past summer, and it was definitely really eye-opening, and got to monitor kids like from age 7 to 17 of them regulating their own blood sugars, treating it. And then one that I started that I've been working at for 3 years it's at Rotary Sunshine Campus, but it's actually called Sunshine Camp, if that makes sense. And it's a camp with kids and like young adult from I work with ages 7 to 21 at that camp.
Okay.
They have disabilities. Love that. It's a population I want to work with in general.
Yeah, it seems very rewarding. Do you have a favorite age group?
It's difficult because they're all so different. I think it's kind of both. It kind of just depends on like, because at the camp the cabins are gendered. So like you have boy cabins, you have girl cabins. I mainly work in the girl cabins, so I kind of like the older girls. Just a lot of people don't like it, but they bring a lot of drama that's like silly drama, and
could also learn a lot from it.
I relate to them as well. And then I also work at behavioral camp, which is the same with disabilities.
Okay. So they all kind of go together.
The camp heckle has them wearing their shirt, but I love Sunshine Campus. It's a home away from home for me.
So it seems like a very strong relationship, I would guess.
And I've made a lot of really strong friendships from people that work there.
Yeah. So any specific friend you want to talk about, or do you just want to keep the camp as just general? Whatever works for you.
You can add two of them.
Okay.
You can put them in the same bubble though, because they help me with the same things. And
okay. Yeah. What are their names?
One of their names is Emma.
Okay.
And T. T-E-A.
And T. Okay. And then I'm assuming you guys are close.
Yeah, we are really close. I've worked with T for 2 years, and I've worked with Emma for 3.
Awesome.
But they're always there when I need somebody. Like even if it's like a shoulder to cry, and I went through a lot this summer with drama, with friendships, and
so they're a big support in your life. It seems like a strength for you.
I always text them when I need some help, and they give me their honest opinion, even if it's something I don't agree with. But they treat me very well, and they always know when something's wrong, even if I don't tell them. But that's because I wear my emotions on.
It's a good friend,
my face. But do love them. They're great people, and always can count on them to be there.
So once again, a strong relationship.
Yes.
And then the energy seems like it's flowing both ways.
It does.
Okay.
I've learned at that camp that a good motto I kind of live by now is people aren't always like, they don't always want to be friends. They just kind of, sometimes they use you for their own type of gain.
Yeah, that could be very challenging in navigating friendships.
Yeah.
For sure.
At camp, it's a beautiful place for kids, but it's very toxic, if that makes sense, from behind the scenes. Because, I mean, the people that you work with, there's a program staff, which is like 18 people working, but you all live together in the same area for like 2 weeks. But if you work the entire summer, obviously that's like, you know, they know you very well. So it can be very toxic, but try to push that aside so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But
seems like camp definitely is a good place for you though, overall.
Yeah, it made me switch my major to social work.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. Do you feel that there's anything we could add or any goals you may have?
Goals I do have is working out more. That's one.
Okay, so would you like to work out? Should I do like the gym or just write working out in general?
You put the gym.
Okay.
Gym.
So are you thinking like SUNY Brockport's gym?
Yeah, for right now, since I just canceled my Planet Fitness membership because they're like moving up to like $32 a month now for some reason. But the gym is always, I mean, I've been to the gym before. Love the gym. It gives well, for me, it feels like I've accomplished something, and it makes my serotonin. And is it serotonin?
Yeah,
it's one of those.
Yeah, it helps you feel good.
Yeah, and I feel like I've accomplished something, and I feel better about myself. I feel more motivated to do stuff when I'm already, you know, motivated in the gym. Along with that is eating healthy. It's eating healthy that I'm having trouble with right now. But eating healthy in the gym are definitely my top 2 goals right now.
So maybe I could do like one big bubble that just says your goals. Okay. And then maybe just no lines for now because we're going to be working on this together. If that's okay with you. Okay. So just looking at your map, so we have no lines with Hazen because you're starting the process here, starting to identify more about you and see how we could best help you. So we will definitely develop that. Just hearing you talk, maybe there's some areas in your family, like with your dad, you guys' relationship, you and Will's, or Will and your dad's relationship. There's definitely many strategies, or we could just talk through that as we continue. It seems like overall you do have a good relationship with the college. Maybe there are some things that we could talk about to help you have a better experience, like maybe volleyball, as we've talked about, maybe getting some more supports in your classes. Could definitely talk more about your camp and how your friends there could best support you, and we could come up with a lot of ways for that. It seems like you also just have a lot of good supports in your life, like your sister and your mom, and you and Will are very close, which is nice to see. Also, music, we could always talk more about that. And it seems like even though you're not pursuing music therapy, like that's still something that could always be useful to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are a lot of good strengths on your map, a lot of things that could help you. And I think we could also use these strengths to best guide you through practice and help you get maybe some more resources as we continue to talk through. Is there anything else you'd like to let me know before our next session? Anything you want to talk about?
I think it's pretty good. Okay. The other thing I would add is a strong line between my mom and my sister.
Mom and your sister.
The 3 of us have.
Because those relationships impact you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, do you feel that this map has been helpful, helping you maybe understand how some of the relationships impact each other?
Definitely.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we will definitely talk more about this next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
For talking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, have a good day, Janelle.
Thank you, you too.